scam home warranty business, the people are represented by two separate but equally lazy groups: the authorization agents who deny claims and smoke like chimneys, and the technicians who lie through their teeth to snag a few extra bucks. These are their stories. Hello and welcome. Today we have a spotlight episode for The Ballad of Mike's Appliances and the Call That Should Have Gotten Me Fired. Now, typically, when a customer has a complaint about a technician, it's that they've missed an appointment. Customer service records the complaint and then tasks authorizations to call the technician. However, these tasks are not a priority, and in a given week, there are hundreds of vendor callback tasks sitting untouched in the queue. Often new people in authorizations would be forced to do these with varying degrees of success. Vendor relations can do something with the complaint, but only if authorizations has touched the task and can confirm if the tech is indeed being unresponsive. Enter Mike's Appliances. Mike was very good about accepting new work, but absolutely terrible at getting anything done. Pull up his vendor profile and there's a complaint on just about every claim we gave him. But to authorizations, every tech had complaints, and honestly, Mike was very reasonable with his prices and answered whenever we called him. So even the most vehement vendor callback was ignored. We just kept giving him the benefit of the doubt. For example, one vendor callback stated, Mike shows up 2 hours late, took the service call fee, spent 2 seconds looking at the air conditioner, said it needed a new fan and that scam home warranty wouldn't cover it, and the customer should pay him directly. He left and never came back and never returned a call. But if you got Mike on the phone, his version of that claim is, the customer told him to come by later, tried stiffing him on the service call fee, and wanted him to lie about the unit to get it covered. In authorizations, we always go with the tech on those kind of stories, especially when it's so plausible. Everybody's seen 100 claims like that. Customers lying is no big deal, it happens all the time. One day, Mike's Appliance calls in. It's on a refrigerator claim. He says the ice maker is broken and he can get a new one on order by next week if he gets authorization that day. So I texted him the authorization number and then he disappeared off the face of the earth. See, technicians ghosting customers is one thing, but you don't ever want to ghost authorizations. That customer called in every day, adding a new task to the claim each time. Her story never changed. However, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Vendor relations had enough of Mike and turned his account off. We had dispatch reassign all of his claims, and we pulled all of his old authorizations. But some claims slipped through the cracks, like that refrigerator. On a random Saturday, my phone rings and it's from sales. Sales never calls authorizations unless somebody's in a lot of trouble. I pick it up, and this is about how that call went. Sales guy, pull up claim number right now. I said, done. Sales guy continued, customer is telling me this guy never came back with the part. This claim is over a month old, and you were the last person on it. Seeing it was that Mike's Appliance claim, I said, Mike really screwed us. I gave him off to fix that fridge, and he just disappeared. Sales countered, why isn't there a new tech on the claim then? I had no response. He was absolutely right. Sales answered for me. The Mad King and Queen, since you know so much about this claim and this tech, I'll let you handle her. I sputtered, you can't send a customer at me like that. Sales replied, rather I transfer it to the vice president. She takes calls on the weekend and she can see your name as well as I can on the claim. With a sigh, I said, send her through. The customer was in my ear less than a second later. Is this authorizations? I've been getting to run around for weeks and I have a bone to pick with you. I was completely off script and started panicking. You have every right to yell at me, but if you give me 30 seconds, you're going to start hearing what you want to hear. It was the customer's turn to sigh. Fine, you have 30 seconds. I started lying as fast as I possibly could. Mike's Appliance is not an approved vendor or tradesman with scam on warranty. She scoffed. Oh yeah? So why send him to fix my fridge, huh? I continued, we caught him doing the exact same scam last year. We turned his account off then. Mike isn't even his real name. He was going by Joe's Appliances back then. Right now, he's literally a probationary technician. This was his first and only claim with us. She said that still doesn't explain why he ended up on my claim then. I elaborated. Probationary technicians can be manually dispatched on weekends if it's an emergency. Somebody in dispatch got lazy, flagged your claim as such, and added him. We don't even have his insurance on file because of course it's under a fake name. I've already tagged that dispatcher for the head of operations to write up come Monday. I promise that this can never happen again. Customer replied curtly, I don't give a damn about scam home warranty and write-ups. I want to know when my fridge is getting fixed. I said, listen, he put the diagnosis in that this is a Samsung side-by-side unit about 5 years old. Is that correct? She said, yes, and it hasn't made ice all month. What are you going to do about it? I can have this fixed today, I bluffed. Bitterly, the customer said, you think I haven't heard that before? What makes this time any different from the other times? I said, here's my direct line extension. I'm going to put you on hold. If you don't get a call from a technician in the next 10 minutes who is already on their way to your home with a new ice maker, I will issue you a full refund of your policy, backdated to when it started. I will override the system, no cancellation fees, no prorated junk, a full refund if your fridge isn't working tonight. She said, I'll believe it when I see it. Now, it's important to note I don't have the power to do any of that, and I think the customer kind of knew that. Putting the customer on hold, I get first choice appliances on the line. They are expensive with labor, and they always fight me on part prices, but at least they always pick up when I call as well. The office manager picks up. First choice appliance here, how can I help you? I said, can you do a fridge claim today by close of business? She said, no, of course not. It's Saturday. What? Click. Next, I got Prestige Appliance on the line. Technician picked up. Prestige Appliances here, how can I be of service? I said, can you get a fridge claim done today by close of business? The tech paused and then said, it'll cost you. I sighed, go ahead. Tech said, we got an emergency call on a Saturday? That's a $100 service call fee and $1 a mile after that. I said, look, I know what's wrong with the unit. Can you fix it today if you have the part number? Tech said, what's the customer's address? I ain't making any promises. I told him the address. Tech said, no, okay, we got a parts store on the way, actually. Do you 100% know what's wrong with the unit? I said, yeah, it's got a bum ice maker. I have the part number here if you're ready. The tech takes down the part number. So that kind of sounds like a $200 part right there. Admittedly, the tech is toying with me with that markup. The part is no more than $100 retail. I said, I have the card right here if you really demand to be prepaid for the claim. Tech said, nah, I'm just making sure you're serious about this one. I'll send a service work order over to Phil. He'll be there within an hour. No funny business, right? Phil calls you, you give him off on the spot. No bullshit this time, right? I said, yes, I'll pay him right then on the spot. Tech said, good. Click. The customer on line 1 was back in my ear a second later. Are you still there? I asked. Customer said, cutting it a little close there. You got me a tech, or are you going to refund me the policy like you said? I said, a tech should be calling you any second. In the background, you could hear a beeping noise. Oh, I guess that's him then. Click. Epilogue to the claim. Mike's appliance screwed us on every claim we gave him. I bit the bullet on this one. I caught an outrageous authorization, but managed to cover my ass on the claim. Phil from Prestige Appliance had that lady's fridge working on the spot, but if anybody pulled that call, I'd have lost my job, but they didn't, and I breathed a sigh of relief. And thank you for joining us for another Scam Home Warranty episode, this one being the first in a series of Spotlight episodes, spotlighting claims or technicians that were especially important or chosen by community poll over on Reddit. If you'd like to interact with Scam Home Warranty on other media, we do have, of course, this YouTube that you can subscribe to if you're not already. You can click the bell to make sure that you don't miss any uploads. And of course, you could like or comment on the video to help out the algorithm going forward. We have a Twitter that you can follow. We have an Instagram that you can follow as well. There is a Twitch that you can subscribe to, and we do have a Discord that you can join if you're feeling especially generous. We do have a Patreon that you can support. Just $1 a month gets you in the door, and I'd like to thank our Tier 3 sub, D_B, for being with us from the very beginning. Couldn't do it without you. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.